entrepreneurship, esports, education, and entertainment. I'm one of your hosts, Marcus Howard.
Sebastian Chosen One Burton coming back at you. What's good?
At Infamy, your master geektress.
And Mr. Dope Work, aka we're in the building. Marcus, what do we have for this episode, man?
This episode is another one. We're just going to chop it up. We've got some stellar guests lined up for July. We took off last week for Juneteenth. It's lightning outside, and the Lightning are also going to the Stanley Cup Finals.
God,
Shameless plug for Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
So we're just going to chop it up.
Knew you were going to say that, by the way. Was prepared for it. Still got me. Tampa Bay. I mean,
I didn't come up with that term. I'm just running with it.
Can't do nothing but respect it right now. Y'all area does have two of the best black-owned businesses I know of, okay, in High Point Gamer and Med Arena. And you do have the recently championed Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the recently championed Tampa Bay Lightning, and now the repeat Tampa Bay Lightning again. So you guys you're doing your thing down there, but... Yeah.
No, give us some air horns or something, man. You
you're right.
Big.
I'm hating a little bit, right? That's a little hate. Like I should have did that already.
It's okay.
Yeah. The Super Bowl is going to Las Vegas or LA this year, right? Or next year?
Now let's give it up for
This
the
year.
big city, baby. No, I'm kidding.
I mean, and then you get to see the Buccaneers there.
Yeah. I mean, the way you guys are doing
you say yeah already.
the way
you
they're
say
doing
yeah
it,
to that.
the way they're doing it, I think that right now, just like the way Tampa area is putting out, real life quality. I definitely remember Ascend from a couple weeks ago, or earlier this year. It was a great conference, and I mean, I can't hate on the area, man. Like I see pictures, I see images. I've never been, I've never been to Tampa Bay, so.
Yeah, I never been to Tampa either.
Never been, yeah. So, and
Our Beyond Meta event this year is February 11th and February 12th. So we probably should be looking at both of your plane tickets already. See if we can get them for $99 if we're this far out.
Wow.
Yeah, but Red don't want to fly Spirit.
No.
She can ride Southwest.
She said,
No.
No Southwest either.
No Southwest, no Frontier.
Southwest
No.
got the new planes. They got the new planes. The air conditioner be strong.
I'm not getting on a plane where you run and pick your seat like this. No. So like I don't have an assigned seat. Excuse me.
So
Listen,
what do we got to put you on to get you to Tampa?
JetBlue, Delta, like one of those JetBlue, like JetBlue or Delta is fine with me.
What we got to put you on, Sebastian?
I like Virgin Airlines, but I would say...
Do they fly to Tampa? I was gonna say Virgin, but
I thought Virgin is international. They're not national flights.
some hubs they don't go to. So
Yeah, I was gonna say some hubs, but I like Delta. If I'm honest, I could rock with Delta. They got them little cookies, the ones I'm talking about.
The
two-pack.
Biscoffs.
Dope.
Biscoffs joints.
Listen.
You're flipping fire mouth then.
Listen, when I was young, right, and I used to travel like tournaments. Like my first tournament was Dallas, and I did like a airline to Dallas. It was Delta, yeah, and of course, and I got the cookies, and I just remember being like, wow, when you travel, people give you things.
I always like their service, sponsorship. So like,
no, I mean, again, Tampa, one time. So however we get there, I mean, it seems like we're weighing our options. We might be a little expensive, but we're coming. You guys got it. You're the champs. You guys got it.
We need some sponsors. Delta, when you listen to this episode, if you want to hook us up with some plane tickets, we appreciate that.
hey, we could do curated content
On the flight.
Curate content on the flight.
Yeah,
have a segment on the flight. All of that. There's so much opportunities.
And
So
Delta,
much.
you could just pay mine in cookies. I'm trying to tell you, if you just pay my equivalent to a ticket in cookies, I'll figure out the ticket part. Just send me those Biscoffs and some oat milk.
You'll get paid in tickets, but you won't get paid in crypto, or cookies, but you won't get paid in crypto.
What's funny about that, Derek, is I always tell Marcus, like, somebody right now, just the way I am, right? I'm a little old school, and the fact that I know crypto is gonna be the wave of the future. right? Like I recognize that. You can't deny the market, the supply, the demand, the things that people want will become the reality, right? But as it stands today, like I pay my bills with cash. So if somebody wants to do business with me, I still take cash. Marcus is really ready to like switch 100% to crypto. He's got the the laser eye thing. He's ready for that.
I'm saving this right now.
And for me, yeah, is he
stuck.
stuck? Just drinking that water?
He's
Looking
stuck,
like an evil
bro.
man?
He is stuck.
He's stuck.
I'm just saving it right now because that's a meme.
Marcus, there you go.
That is a meme.
Yeah.
No.
My man Musa is here. Shout out to Musa. Got lots of people tuned in on LinkedIn nice and early. Marcus is, well, he's caught up now. He wasn't froze on their screen, but now he is. But yeah, I'd be telling Marcus, I'd be like, yeah, a company wanted to pay. We were talking about a possible project to work on, and he was like, well, they say they're going to pay in crypto, and then we could either take that crypto and exchange it out in the market for capital. And I was like, well, tell them to do the exchange and they give us the money. If they're so confident it'll exchange out there so easily, then what are we talking about? If you're like, oh, this money is such a primitive way, well, you give me all the primitive stuff. I'll take care of it and make it work. I definitely am super about the future, and I know that, like, our currency's changing, but when it comes to doing business now, I'd rather get paid in cookies, okay?
All right, so your flight is $585. That's not too bad, man.
That's me?
Yeah.
It's not bad at all. It's not bad at all. Flights are getting back to their regular pricing, though, aren't they?
That's why we're going to change.
Yeah, it's early, right? Because that's until February next year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but today's Sunday. You're looking at flights today.
Oh.
So
that's not
Since
a good time to look at.
No.
When's a good time to look at flights?
Like Tuesdays, Wednesday.
Boom. That's a gem for you. E for life.
I didn't know.
Also, make sure when you're looking for flights to put it in incognito mode because the cookies save and you don't want the rates to change too much because they know you're looking for flights.
Oh, what? You see? You just come here and we just weekly just give you gems. Like you didn't know that. You can act like you did. Especially, look, I see all y'all LinkedIn right now. Y'all all look good in your headshots and your profile pictures. You didn't know that. Don't act like because you clean.
So yeah.
You, a founder and CEO. Don't act like you wasn't looking on a Sunday with your cookies left, right, on. For real, for real. Thank you.
Messing everything up. But yeah.
So Juneteenth, what'd you guys do last week? And what do you feel about it? What did the news kind of swept fast, right? It happened in like a 2-week time. It was like, oh, we're considering Juneteenth becoming a national holiday. Oh, we already put it through Congress. Oh, right through the Senate. And now, boom, it's official. Like 2 days before it happened. So, what was your thoughts on the whole Juneteenth rush? And be very candid, right? Like,
I'm gonna be 100.
Yeah, all right, cool. So, what was your opinion on Juneteenth?
You said, what's my opinion on it?
Yeah, on the holiday, on it being officially a federal holiday, and what it was like for you.
I mean, it's been something, of course, that our people have celebrated. Some of us may know of it or may not know of Juneteenth and the history behind it. And even before this whole becoming a federal holiday thing, a lot of people, especially the younger generations, have embraced it and start making it a holiday and didn't have to wait for the government to so-called observe it as a federal holiday. As far as it being observed as a federal holiday is very BS to me. And this is why I'm saying that. This was the quickest thing passed. So quick. And to me, how I feel about it, because I know how I'm going to feel about it as far as with my people and what we do, regardless of the fact. But for it to be passed as a federal holiday so quick I feel is a distractor amongst other problems that was not solved so quick. So you have the president coming up talking about systematic racism, but there was no bill put in place for any of that amongst companies or anything to go on a federal level to then go on another level as well with, the different states. You have racism that's happening within police, that there was no bill put in place for that at all. There's tons of other things as far as our communities with the kids and their education. There's nothing put in place with teaching children or teaching any other children about racism. Not just we know about it, our kids know about it, but teaching on a federal level as far as racism or making sure the proper and right, correct things are in the history books that is given to our children as a curriculum. Nothing on that was passed. So when I see this whole Juneteenth thing, I seen it as something for something capitalist wise to happen with it. So for money to be made off of it, just like every other observance, it's like, okay, you passed this, but what are y'all going to do towards this being passed as an official holiday? Because all I seen JCPenney had, somebody searched JCPenney, and all of a sudden there was a whole bunch of Black Pride type of things. And it's like, okay, so all this stuff is being sold with this company, but is these going to some type of proceeds? Like, I don't personally know if it's going to proceeds or anything like that. I just see it something to make money off of. It's the same thing that we see during Pride Week that turned into Pride Month. It's like, okay, so y'all are doing all of this because it's a trend. Are y'all putting this towards any organizations to help benefit the communities that represent, that identify? So that's how I feel about it. Like I said, with us and our people and how we know about it. I love that, of course, more people are speaking about Juneteenth, but I just felt like it wasn't genuine. I just felt like it was just something as a distractor to make money off of.
I get why you would feel that way, honestly. Like, I would get why you would feel that way. Because it rings hollow when you think about the balance of things, right? Like, you think about what's taking place and kind of like what it is you have to start thinking about what people bring to the table. Even if I wasn't Black, I would look at Black people and think like, wow, like a lot of entertainment value. Like, you bring a lot of entertainment across like what makes a lot of money in the entertainment industry, which is a strong peg in the capitalism board. And you guys bring a lot, and you bring a lot despite a lot of mistreatment, despite a lot of, undervalue. You know what I mean? Like, just despite of it, you do it. So the holiday shouldn't have been the first thing. Like, it just shouldn't have been like the first thing in this new conversation. It's not the first thing we've had as what we would call a move forward with the government, but it's definitely like, it just kind of rings hollow for like what I think a lot of people's sentiment was. You know what I'm saying? That's how I felt about it personally. Like, I wake up a human first, then I'm Black immediately after that. And just as a human, I would just think like, come on, y'all know, like, y'all know that's not really like what has been being asked for, right? Or what has been being requested and has been brought to the table. So I just think that it kind of rings hollow in certain ways, but it didn't stop me from celebrating what I already knew to celebrate, right? Like, I already celebrated Juneteenth, so for me, it kind of was just like another day. My sister graduated from college that same day, so I was very excited about that. And, for me, again, Juneteenth is just a chapter in a longer story. Like, I don't want the country to celebrate something that we kind of internally, it's like having your own birthday. The world could celebrate your birthday, but nobody celebrates the day you were born like you. That was a very specific culture thing. That was just a small chapter. I'd rather the country celebrate the bigger book. Like, these people built these pyramids. These people, really knew about mathematics. These people knew about, celebrate it in that way, because that's a long, that's kind of like a longer timeline of what you're supposed to be celebrating than this was when the last slaves found out that they weren't slaves anymore. right? Like that.
Not really the last, to be honest.
Right.
Actually not the last.
Right.
So it's like,
Right.
so it was still slavery after.
Right. It was an internal celebration, right? What they call it was a moral victory, and then trying to take a high horse on it. I'd rather see something done for the history of Black Wall Street, like something live, federal at that level, to kind of bring the awareness of like what we're really.
Yeah, that was never in my history book,
Ever.
like at all. There's several things. The only time is why I love that my mom and my grandmother, like my mother made sure that like she kept certain textbooks, and my grandmother had encyclopedias and books on Black history and things of that nature, like in the house. And I was just so curious. I just wanted to read all these different things, but it really takes of course, for you to teach your children these things. And I love how it's the information age. So anyone that's like, okay, it can be, of course, a conversation to dig further into something deeper, even for people who are not Black and people who are. But I just felt like it wasn't genuine. Okay, we're making this federal holiday. Okay, so what does that mean?
Right. Like everybody talk about it.
Yeah, they pushed it through in like 48 hours, right? But we still can't get election day off, so that people who need to go vote can go vote.
And then they passed that voter bill like 2 days later, right?
Yeah.
Like I said, this was the quickest. Yo, I've never seen something done so-called for Black people this fast. Like I'm like, you don't think like, can y'all start trying to do something subliminal? Like at this point, it's like, it's like, yo, I just read right through it. So yeah, I've never seen something done so quick, but all these other things are not passed. There's still people dying and all different types of amounts, people who are mentally ill not being served, Black people who are mentally ill, all kind of illegal things that's happening that is still legal in certain states. Like the checks and balances is just not so checked. So that's happening even with these different states, laws. It's a lot of stuff a lot of people don't know unless they actually live in that state. Things that have to keep getting like reinstated over and over again, even for Black people's rights. There was something in Georgia before, like reinstating Black people to vote again. It was about to, this was some years ago. It was like, there was a deadline on it. It was about to expire. It's like, how did this go through what century are we in? This is about to expire. Things like that. Like, it's just tons of little things like that. But y'all was so quick to make Juneteenth a holiday. It's like, okay.
I used to celebrate Juneteenth, and I think this was the first year that I didn't because they passed it. It felt like that cool dance that everyone was doing when it was cool, and that mainstream caught on to it, and you're like, I ain't doing that dance no more. That's how I felt about Juneteenth. And I definitely was wondering who was asking for this. Like, who asked? I don't know any Black people who were like, you know what? It'd be awesome if we just had Juneteenth as a day off. It'd be
facts.
And what is the holiday?
Yeah, what is it?
To represent?
What is
like, what
exactly?
Like, that's what I'm saying. That's exactly it. Like, there's a huge book. This is, okay, so we've all said it now. So all of you listening in, who we love dearly, thank you for coming through. Y'all are gems, right? This is what you got to understand coming from my point of view. Like, there's a long book on the history. First of all, like, until I got taught history the second time, because like your school, my school didn't teach me about any of this. So until I got taught history the second time, I thought like it all started with slavery and then how do we get here? So now as I growing into an adult male trying to find my history, right? Knowing Juneteenth is like chapter 41 in a 6,000 chapter book. Right?
Pretty much.
It's
So
like,
yeah,
like why
that's
are
what
you
a lot of
trying
people
to-
don't know.
Why are you trying to pretend like chapter 41 is the thing we should stop and really appreciate and value? Like, what logic is there? Like, as Red said, it wasn't even the last slaves. It was just one group of slaves that was like, hey, this is pretty good. We're free. Let's celebrate. And then the word got out because, some people are real good at partying.
Because of that town.
Right.
Yeah.
That
So,
town.
yeah.
Go
Yeah.
ahead. Go ahead.
No,
So no one knows
it's-
what the holiday is supposed to be about?
Oh, I'd say.
on a national level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On a la-
You
Oh,
could
they just
ask-
passed it. I think we'll figure that
They
piece out
just
next
passed
year.
it to just say this is
For
going to
real.
make y'all happy for now. This is going to make y'all happy and feel recognized and celebrated for now. That's how I took it, and that's making a mockery, in my opinion.
Right.
I felt like that was a mockery. It
Right.
didn't feel as anything. You think this is supposed to skip over all the other stuff that people have been fighting, yelling about, trying to figure out things, asking a whole bunch of whys, and pleading for,
You know what it
because
is?
you want to make a holiday on 19th of June as
So
an
let me ask you,
observance.
the people that they had on the stage that were happy, should they have not been there happy?
What stage?
I didn't watch it.
I didn't
Oh.
watch it.
I didn't watch
I
it.
didn't watch nothing. Yeah.
So like,
news
I
to
didn't
me.
watch it. Word.
No.
I'm gonna keep it 100. I didn't watch it.
I
And
didn't see the
yeah,
replay.
so the people that was up there, they might feel happy. That's them. In my opinion, I don't feel that they should feel happy. Like, about what? What are you happy about?
Yeah, it feels like
To
an
build-
empty victory. It's almost like the federal government like posting a black square for the nation's social media page. That's what it felt like to me.
Juneteenth, we feel y'all, man. We feel
I'm
y'all.
just keeping it 100. Like, I need our people to stop being so easily distracted. So like, that's all I'm saying. Like, so easily distracted.
Well, that's what it is. That's what it is.
And
right?
focus.
It's
So the week prior to that, they did the Black Wall Street visit, right, where they went to Tulsa,
Mhm.
and that was embarrassing as well. That was not a good event.
It's very embarrassing.
That was the first time it was nationally recognized, but that was a pretty bad event. Who signs off on doing stuff like that?
Well,
Like
and that's
who?
a great
Same
point.
people
On the
that
black
sign
man.
off on these others.
And that's a great point. It's old. What it is, and I'm about to drop one for y'all, all right, for your head top. What it is old practices in a new time. It's old practices in a new time. Give myself a gem drop. Check it out. We're in the information age. Information travels faster than word now. That's why fake news exists, because people could acquire information faster than they could hear now. You could get it as fast as humanly possible. These are old tactics and old strategies by politicians. Like, Red's right. Like, give them the holiday. But see, people at our level, like regular citizen level who are smarter, Derek, you're like, kind of military sector too, service again. But like,
Yeah.
for us who just are regular in society, we get taught what we get taught at the schools. We get told in the paper. We get told what we hear on the radio, and we get what on the TV. But this new internet joint, all right, this gonna have it so that your phone could go bing, and you get the information as it's told to you.
Yep.
And on the flip side of that mirror, you can open that phone and dig for all the information that you want. So now you have people at our level, when these political moves are getting done, like, oh, give them a holiday, it's already just getting beat by the like level of consciousness that most people have. That this would be effective. So I believe if there's people on the stage, let me guess, Derek, didn't see it. Just taking a guess here. Didn't see it. Were those people older who were celebrating?
Yes.
Exactly. Because they're not of this new age to get all this information. The last 20 years has been like a light warp speed. You know what I'm saying? Billy D. Williams, jump into the future, like type of just info. Like we know now. So now when politicians do stuff like that, you can sense it out. Like how hypocritical and how not realistic can you be? And so for me, it's just literally, again, old tactics and new time. Let's go walk around the place that our country blew up.
It was very propagandish.
So, yeah, let's
Like,
go-
I
let's
just
go
felt it
walk
was.
around.
It
Let's go
seemed
take
like a dictator propagandish looking type of thing, and like we've seen this with other countries, like stuff like that. And it's like, yeah, let's go walk around Tulsa. What? Like,
Yeah, like
so it didn't come off. I didn't expect it to come off any other way. I expected exactly what I heard about, and seen, even with the whole go to Tulsa thing. So yeah. Yep. I just like when stuff like this. I just love when stuff like this happens because there's people that is sitting there, just like how you said, the older people that was on stage and they were so happy. You have even people even our age or in certain generations that probably have those same sentiments and don't look at things like that to see like, oh, wow. Yeah, this is wrong. So and I didn't know because this whole time I thought this was being genuine. But when they start to see bull, like, damn, y'all couldn't even dress this up a little bit, like a little better and have certain things in place. It awakens people to certain things they wanted to be so ignorant to, because ignorance is a bliss and people get comfortable in what they're comfortable in. So I love when things like this happens because it just sheds light on things I've been saying for the longest.
It's true. And I think, something for me, if you guys wanted to appease me, what a holiday for me would be, is reveal where the Ku Klux Klan is at all times.
Exactly.
That could be the new holiday. Yeah. What would you call it? Reveal Day. Reveal.
It's a reveal day.
Reveal Day.
It's the Watchman.
Yeah.
It's the new Watchman.
For real. New Watchman. Reveal Day. Let me tell you.
The new Watchman.
Oh yeah, y'all reveal.
The new Watchman.
You the judge.
Yeah, Watchman.
You the lawyer.
Yo, that
you
show.
The police officer. We see you. That would be great because that would be more effective than celebrating these slaves got word they were free. It just doesn't make a lot. It's not something that like nobody put.
And weren't actually. That's why I forgot who has the shirt. It says free-ish.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, because
there's the slave codes, right?
Right.
Like it's free-ish. There's no celebration of freedom. And if we talk about from back then all the way up until now, there's still no freedom of what? We're still going through things we're still asking and try to put things in place that our ancestors have been asking and put in place. And we're what number of generation now?
Right.
Right. Free of what?
Right. I think for me, like, I just wonder when, like, let's do a, private prison day, private prison day. Like, these are things that are, plaguing the country overall in the long run. Like, these are things that,
the justice system
these
is
are
just
things
not
that, 100 years.
right now.
In 100 years, you don't think people are going to look back and be like, damn, this society right here, they was putting people in the prisons and then all the corporations was using the labor. You don't think in 200 years when everything changes and it's all destined to change, right? And the world passed way past when you gone. I'm talking about 2 grandsons later from now. And you don't think they're gonna be yeah. And then the corporations came because they was getting free labor out of the prisons. You see all of them doing it. And it's that kind of stuff that needs to be addressed, right? We know over 70, 80, 90% of the bodies in there are black and brown. So y'all are doing the same thing, and it's not 200 years. And 200 years isn't that long. That's not that long. It's not that long. It's like a grandma and a half, bro. It's not that long. So it's
a grandma and a half.
So we're only we're not that far from it. Yeah,
that's
we're not. Even segregation.
Something?
Yeah, segregation. There's people walking around now. I can't believe we can eat with them. Now.
That was just 50-something years ago.
My dad, when he grew up in social circle, back to Georgia, you were talking about, he had to go, the pool was segregated in his town in middle Georgia. So he had to ride his bicycle outside of the city and go play in the river, out of the city.
This man's dad.
Well, we making Juneteenth. Making Juneteenth national. Yeah, it's we clocked it.
So is it doing it for the culture when we're doing Juneteenth tournaments?
Yes.
Yes?
Yeah. I would say this is a thing. It's doing it for the culture. There's nothing wrong with us doing what we want to do. It's a problem. It's nothing wrong with us doing what we want to do. And if we want to I was on a panel for Juneteenth. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing wrong with doing things that we want to do for what we want to do it for. It's a problem when others want to do a tournament. Let's do a Juneteenth tournament and make sure we have all these black, that's when I feel like that's a mockery, and we see it even during Black History Month. It's okay, y'all observe this we see the corporations do it. We see it within our industry of esports and and STEM. Okay, we're gonna make sure we have these Black people on this. So okay, so after February, you're just not gonna have the Black people on. It's like we see this all the time. It's gonna happen again. Like I mentioned, even with Juneteenth, they're gonna do the same thing again. Now, what we want to do, of course, we're gonna celebrate our people 365, 366, and yeah, we're gonna amplify it even more when it's Black History Month and when it's Juneteenth. It's gonna happen. So I have a problem when we do it. I have a problem when others want to do it as if like they're trying to be genuine or allies towards something, when of course it's not going to come off as that.
Yeah, agreed.
Shout out to everybody tuning in on LinkedIn and Facebook and Twitch. We appreciate y'all.
You guys left me hanging there.
You looked up like.
What were you saying, Derek? Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, did anybody recognize any Juneteenth activations that didn't have us in it?
No, I didn't see it. I didn't see anything like that. I saw.
Yeah, I mean, most of the Juneteenth things I did see was Black owned. From what I seen, I don't know what was out there, and I was happy it was happening. But these different cons and certain stuff was happening, I believe, in before this became a national holiday anyway. This is stuff that was, that we already was celebrating, just like how we said before. We was already celebrating this amongst ourselves and with our people. So for the most part, I only seen things curated by us and for us. I didn't see other companies, except for, like I mentioned, JCPenney, when they had, if you search Juneteenth, you see all this Black Pride stuff. And I was like, it's cringe. Oh, and food and wine. Food and wine I was like, yo, are they serious? They had a curated recipe for Juneteenth, and it was grilled watermelon.
Oh, wow.
And people was like, is this a joke? It was like, wait a minute, y'all lying, right? Like they were dead ass. They had grilled. First of all, who grills watermelon? Number one, okay, it's water with melon. Number two, you don't know that's a racial like stereotype towards Black people, even though everybody loves watermelon.
Well, that's the side. That's the side of it. That's racist because. If you guys didn't know that, Thomas Edison started that. He made like a video that showed two like Black workers out by the power lines like eating watermelon. And then it like got out as like a joke or whatever when cinema first came out. But as a vegan, I have to tell you, grilled watermelon is delicious. So I'm not gonna let Thomas Edison or nobody take that away from me. Like.
Well, also, I learned that for watermelon, that was the initial economic boom for the Black community because most of them had watermelon. Like, that's what they came up on.
See?
I didn't know that.
Didn't know that either.
That was released on it as a way to kind of do a crushing blow to the economic impact that Black farmers were getting because of watermelon.
See, and they try to twist it and turn it around into something else.
Bad. Yeah, and that's the part, like, again, sign me up when reveal day. Reveal day.
Well, wow, I did not know that.
That's what I want.
The Black farmers.
What was in the news this week about Twitch?
Yeah, Twitch had 2 short-term bans for 2 of their most popular, or not maybe most popular, but 2 of their popular content creators, Indie Fox, and I always butcher the other lady's name, her Twitch handle, Amaranth.
I know you're talking about. I always see her name, but I never have to pronounce it.
For sexually explicit content. And I'm not a Twitch power user. The last Twitch stream I didn't even know that I didn't have the recording set on. So that episode is completely gone, right? But as I understand it, there's a meta, and that's how you get to the front page. And these streamers are abusing the meta in order to get basically views to drive to their OnlyFans. So depending on who you ask, it's basically softcore porn on Twitch, where you've got 13-year-olds on.
Right.
And someone educate me in the comments. Educate me if I'm wrong. My concern is
It's
I
true.
don't believe that the terms of service are being evenly applied across all content creators.
Right. It's hard to do, but it definitely needs to be better than what it's been with Twitch. Like, there's no question. It's depending on who you want it to be, depending on how their popularity is, depending on how, like, how big the press on it gets, right? Like, how big it gets. We've all still been a part of racist streams, racist things like that, and it doesn't seem like that matters as much as, like, now the hot topic is somebody's going after all the hot tub stuff, so now you're seeing swings of the ban hammer to be like, look, we do care. So, you know what I'm saying? It's just one of those things where Twitch hasn't gotten that right quite some time. They get a lot right. I really like Twitch, if I had to be honest, but they don't get a lot right, too. And this is just another one. I don't think they got it right, because you had girls up there saying the N-word or other things, and they ain't get rid of them or none of that. They letting them go. And I be seeing it. I see it. And the chat be paying them donations to do it. So I think that, if these girls are figuring out that, hey, I don't have to show my body. These people who are watching me want to, be entertained with me hanging out in a hot tub. I mean, there's nothing illegal in the definition of that, So to, like, slam the hammer on them is like, you're trying to, again, you're not really fixing the problem. You're, like, flexing your muscles, like, instead of, like, trying to fix the actual problem. They're not breaking terms of service. Then it gets real slippery when you could just pull it on anybody. You know what I'm saying?
It's true.
So as an industry, or just even from a platform standpoint, if we're saying women have the freedom of their body to do what they want, right? Shouldn't that apply on their content? Like, if you want to get up and be on a Twitch stream that you said is an adult or older content, and you want to be sexy, who should swing the hammer on that? Like, unless you're trapped in a room where you can't get out and you need help, someone to rescue you. If you want to be sexy on your stream, I feel like all power to you.
This the thing. This is what I have to say. I remember this was like, I think 5 or 6 years ago. Twitch had, of course, things are ever evolving, but I noticed when the hot tub thing came about to be something, this is when they did a big rollout of all the tags. Like, now, Black people have been asking, like, different communities have been asking for certain tags to relate to whatever community they was in. The only tag that was there for a community was for the LGBTQ type of community, okay? So they had that, but there's other communities that wanted a tag. Of course, the Black community wanted a tag. Gamers who are disabled wanted a tag. There was all different communities wanted some type of tag to represent them. I used to go into the support, like, if you go to the support page, you would see how many people was asking for this, and other people that was like, yo, this should happen. And it's like, okay, and we're gonna make sure, I don't know if this was in the same time, I don't know, but damn sure it seemed close that when they rolled out and said that the hot tub thing was gonna be a new category, they made sure all those tags were available. So even if you was from a different country, you're able to have a tag, all of that. Because it would have been bad if y'all was gonna have a new category for something that could be very promiscuous, okay, and revealing, y'all was gonna do this. Before, in the terms of service, you couldn't even have damn near sometimes a camisole on, right. That's how strict it was. And now all of a sudden y'all have this hot tub thing. The thing is this, because someone was asking, you had all these male content creators or whatever, was like, oh, these girls are taking my money away because they're doing a hot tub. So like thing. And even, yeah, it's a cheat code, and the women are doing, there's guys who do it too. They was like, shoot, there's guys there. But then what's the terms of service that? Because if you're a guy and you're in a hot tub, a pool, beach, you're not going to have, your shirt is going to be off, and that's considered still naked. Right. So then you're going to have to make a parameter. Well, it's going to be, okay, if the guys is able to show their chest, why can't it's just going to go into a whole thing of that. My thing is that on a platform of Twitch, because Marcus had a question, it was like, how do you feel, Marcus, if you want to say it in your words, because if you want to ask the question, but just asking like, how does that relate to women who's not doing that stuff? How does that relate for us? How we're able to grow? It's a disruptor, of course. Anything that's that's a meta at the time, regardless if it was a hot tub thing or not, is gonna be a disruptor towards the growth of someone else, right? But the thing is that I'm not hating on the females that's doing that. It's what the platform is allowing. It's like you have to balance everything out. If you're making that the meta, your algorithm is actually making sure that that's the meta at the time.
Right.
You're not balancing it out for, okay, if this is the meta and we see mostly women are doing this hot tub, because it's like, well, damn, I couldn't even grow when I was just streaming freaking Overwatch or Apex or Freak Sims or Stardew Valley or whatever as a woman, but damn, when I got on hot tub, I blew up. I had to sell out to blow up. Now you're making it that women have to conform to something that maybe they would not have ever done or never did content like that in order to blow up and be seen, opposed to what the platform was supposed to be, which is at first was for gaming. And of course it went into other genres like drawing and music and stuff. But it does make it would make someone like myself or whoever looks like me or is a woman or whatever feel like, well, damn, I can't even be myself right now at the moment and just play a video game just like a regular person and grow. I have to do X, Y, and Z and objectify myself in order to blow up. So I feel that on a platform, it's their responsibility to make sure everything is balanced. So it doesn't matter what you're streaming, you have a chance to grow your audience. Because of course, I felt the need that they are doing that because they did want to compete with OnlyFans. I'm like, you have children that come on this.
Right.
And you have, so if I was to click, I don't know if it's because, of course, when you sign up, I believe you sign up with your age. So I have to test this out. I don't know if you click on the hot tub genre, if it's just open and you don't have to put an age in. But putting the age gate doesn't mean anything because kids is not stupid. They be like, boom, they put in their parents' freaking birthday. Like,
I used to get on the AOL with that.
So that's my thing. It's just no balance, and it's nothing kind of having an age gate for certain things, so it could be appropriate because kids do utilize the platform. Different education type of institutes use the platform as well. So you got one thing if you have something for education, and then you got a hot tub streamer on the front. Like, it's just like,
it's true.
Where's the boundaries and limitations? Like, how's it going to be good for everybody, no matter what content they want to make? Since now Twitch want to be open with it now and say okay with it. And what about people who don't want to see that? Of course. But if you have it on the front page for something, it's bound to be seen.
It's true. It's a good point. I mean, I really feel like that's the best point you made so far to me is like something I hadn't thought about is like, you want to compete because you see a lot of the traffic going on to something like OnlyFans, but then like, your platform has got kids. Like, that's important. Yeah, it matters. That matters. It really does. It matters because like it's like then where you draw the line to what you're going to do to compete. And so that's the world we live in. That's the other side of the information age we talk about. That's definitely something that I hadn't considered before. Damn, Red.
As a platform, do you look at the internet as holistic, or do you bring the world smaller where you look at it from a platform standpoint? So when I think of Instagram, that's a bunch of ass and titties I could go look at as a youngin on Instagram. That doesn't require me to be a certain age or filter to filter me through that. So then for that to not carry on over into Twitch land, I feel like it's a little naive to think, well, we're going to make Twitch wholesome and the kids are going to be protected and okay. And it's like, no, that's a lie. If your child is interested in searching for that type of stuff, it isn't going to be, what? I was wholesome until this darn video on Twitch popped up.
But that's
ruined my life. That's not true.
That's the thing. Like, the reason why, like, you made a good point. Like with Instagram, yes, kids could go and find, on Google alone. Kids could go find whatever they want. There's nothing actually unless the parent has to put those parameters on the computer, which the
Right.
parent should be responsible for that. The thing is that when it stems to gaming, no matter what is happening, school could, God forbid, could get shot up, gaming. Someone got snatched and did something, gaming. This happened to this person and harassed, gaming. Everything always, for some reason, they just want, because gaming is not the way they have, what they've done in the entertainment industry, with the music industry, with TV and other stuff, they was able to regulate and get money off of it a certain way. With gaming, they haven't found that yet. So I was like, how can we, shoot, since we can't play along with them right now, we're going to get them in trouble and we're going to try to make money off of X, Y, and Z. And that's why I was like, with Twitch, the thing is, well, you had freaking Ninja as the face of Twitch. And what's the game that he plays? He plays Fortnite. And what game brings in all the children? Fortnite. You know, and what's the main platform that is serving children? Well, with Fortnite? Twitch. So it's like, okay, you understand that. You made Ninja the face of Twitch. He's even back. He plays Fortnite. All the kids glorify Fortnite or Roblox. Would have been the same if somebody was a big face for Roblox. But yet you got hot tub streams. Like where do you try to make sure everything is okay? And yes, you can't account for everybody, but you were a platform that was based off of gaming. Of course, children play video games. Somebody could say, well, kids take pictures. Okay, but children play video games.
Right.
And people are here too. How are you going to separate it to make sure that everybody's able to make the content that they want to make, and you opened your terms of service to make that open for everybody? Okay, let's play that game. But what about if I'm trying to show something in a school and then titties?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, or if a dude pop up, he got up Speedo on, you know, like he just wanted to be. So it's like, what do we do with, you know, that's with Twitch. That's Twitch. But people that want to make their money, that's their business. Like I said, when you're trying to make content, you're a woman and you don't want to succumb to things like that. You're going to have that in everything. You know, I've seen some women actually voicing, was like, yo, this is crazy. This is messed up. It is, because if you got to go that route, you got to put on a horse. She made herself look stupid.
So what is this? So what is this y'all talking about with this horse? I gotta know, because this has been enough.
I don't know. What's the chick's
horse mask
name?
and a chicken mask, and she was eating seeds.
And making this, she tried to take up all the like, homegirl wanted to make sure she was in every genre on Twitch as much as possible. She was on hot tub, ASMR, drawing. Like, she was hustling. I don't know what's her situation right now. But she sold out completely. She said, F it, trying to make this bag. I've got these different masks. I'm going to be in drawing. And making all these goopy noises and slopping. Yo.
So part of me recognizes the sellout part of it, right? But I'm also not naive in realizing that the gaming, from a stereotypical standpoint,
oh gosh,
there's a large audience that has to enjoy women digitally.
Yeah.
Yes. And so,
and they're gonna make money off of that. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's true.
And I feel like I shouldn't stop that.
I didn't say to stop it. This is the thing. Like, so you want to look at, okay.
Like I should stop that.
If there's an audience for the consumption of it.
I know, but okay,
Twitch,
so where's
Twitch should have a Twitch Pro and a Twitch Kids or something like
that's what YouTube has, right? Like you have safe.
They have Twitch.
For kid
yeah, they
content.
have the Twitch. Yeah, they have the YouTube Kids. That's why I was saying it has to be a balance. Like I said, if somebody wants to make content like that, that's their, like Tabitha said, that's their business. Like that's their business if they want to do that. Whatever. Like, okay. But in the same breath, if it is stomping certain people's content, there's people that, you know, they are women and males and females are getting upset about it. They're like, yo, I noticed that my such and such went down because or there's been people like, yo, well, how about you do a hot tub thing? No, I don't do content like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had a homeboy that made a suggestion like that being funny, and I'm like, No. So like, you know what I'm saying? You don't even see my cleavage on the stream. Like, it's not like, you know what I'm saying? So people who want to do, that's their business. If they want to do their content like that, I still feel that, okay, how are you growing other women that wants to do their content the way they want to do it, serve for all genres and whatever they want to do. And like you mentioned, Mark, if there is something like a Twitch Pro or something that want to pay for that, just like how OnlyFans have, that they have for people who to create whatever type of content they want to create, but it's behind something, you know? So yeah, of course, guys is women a lot of times is going to get more donations than a guy will because the audience that is served. My YouTube, my numbers, I have mostly men that watch me. It is what it is. This is men that watch me, like I can't, and this is women that watch me. Like it is what it is.
No, right.
I understand that.
I got
But-
a question. What type of content do females watch when it comes to Twitch content?
I don't, we would have to see the numbers on that. I mean, a lot of times, even let's just make a lot of times women are watching other women a lot of times that are streaming too. And even like with the YouTube algorithm, I don't know how it is, but when it comes to gaming, what I seen from myself, I was like, there's a lot of men, but I know a lot of women that watch my stuff. How can I get more women to watch what I'm doing? Maybe it's not the game that I'm playing that they're interested in. Like, I have no idea. So that would be interesting to actually see those numbers. Like, what do women actually watch on Twitch?
Well,
You know, are they,
inherently, like, guys are like marketed to, just in general marketing, guys are marketed to like the things that happen in video games, right? From little kids, like exploding cars, cool things.
Yeah.
And then, right, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like exploding cars.
and if it's for the little girls, we got sparkles and Lisa
makeup
Frank
and things like that. So
but we wasn't into that
right,
stuff. Like,
right. It's like just they spend millions brainwashing you. Like, you need these lashes, you need this, you need that. So then, like,
it's like, but I don't want that.
It's not cool, right? Like, it doesn't make any sense. It's like, so
What about the geek woman? How are you marketing to the geek woman?
right. And so I feel like that's
girl.
always been a challenge in the video game space, and it shows up in the community. It shows up everywhere that, like, you know, girls are nasty at games. I know some girls who's nice at games, and they don't get none of the respect because it's just like, you know, the way that from marketing from small, it's like boys do this, girls do this, and it just shouldn't be like that because there's some girls who's nasty at games. Like, you should, you know, Red, I saw you playing the old Ratchet and Clank. It got me to watch the new one getting played because it got me like educated on all the old stuff because I never had played Ratchet and Clank. So people just, I had never played it. Yeah, no, I had the dude.
I guess I can understand. You was focused on a whole bunch of fighters, and even like back in the days, you still didn't play it. Wait a minute, let me skip over that.
I mean,
Even back in the
like,
days.
somebody handed me the controller. I played it for 5 minutes, but I never like bought it, played it, followed the series. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, all right, okay, you have a chance now.
But you educate me on the stream just knowing like that was just dope, and I would rather have you telling me than some dude I don't know. So I think there's a space for women to have. I think right now, like you said, a lot of women are like, yo, I gotta do the hot tub thing to get this loot because at the end of the day we live in America. It's about capitalism. So a lot of this stuff is like you're just trying to make money. It's not really like what's right or wrong, but you could fix that from the seed and the soil.
But homegirl was a Swiss knife for all this stuff.
Marcus said at one point she was eating seeds. I didn't know.
You have to look at it.
Yo,
I don't know
That's crazy,
what
yo.
rent she had to pay. I don't know who she owed money to. But homegirl was doing everything at one time. She was a Swiss knife of what in the hell is going on?
And you know,
it was too much. It was.
What she getting was mission.
She was because there's some listen, because there are weird people on the internet. I just hope that these this doesn't open up for more weird stuff. We're gonna have Twitch feet streams and it's like
So as a true journalist and a true professional, is it offensive from a branding standpoint when a brand manager tries to amplify a female professional or content creator's beauty as part of their brand building? Is that offensive?
No.
if we say, hey, you
I
know
mean, you
what?
talking about me personally, if that was the case? I don't
They'd be
think
like,
so.
you know what? You have a nice sized breast. You know, we should put you in this shirt. We should put your hair back like this and give you these type of glasses.
That's
And
crazy.
tell you to put on this type of lipstick
It's crazy.
and watch
They
the
doing that too.
conversion
They
rate
doing that.
go
They
up.
doing
See,
that.
but why I gotta be the breast?
I'm
So I'm saying like like what I'm saying is like that's picking a certain part of beauty. It's like, okay, the main part is all right, because that's gonna happen. Okay, this she has a nice figure, you know. Maybe we should get her these deals with this, and that. I get it. All right. Because everybody that wanna be, I get that. She has a nice figure. Oh, she's built. Let's see if we could get her with these brands and whatever. That's going to happen. Okay. Oh, she has this type of hair. Let's get her with these brands or whatever. Oh, she does wear makeup. You know, let's get her with these brands because she wears makeup. I get that. The thing is that it becomes offensive when every deal is objectifying. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn. Right. Because of course, okay, let's say a full figure girl. You know, okay, let's get certain deals because she is full figured. That is liberating and that is inspiring. But it's like, okay, because she got a nice rack. Damn, can you at least make it subtle in some type of way? Like, okay, can you first see this first? My face? You think I'm beautiful? Okay, cool. There's nothing wrong with trying to get things or trying to amplify that person because of what they look. It is what it is as marketing, you know? But you also have people to identify that'll be more common who may not look like this person. Look what Victoria's Secret is doing right now. So what Victoria's Secret is doing right now, they don't have the whole angel thing anymore. They don't have the supermodels modeling their lingerie anymore. They have people that look like regular people. They still beautiful.
Rihanna
they still have
bust that up.
They still have women. They still have women that look beautiful, but they look more common to the regular person that's not sitting here looking like a Barbie doll that know damn well they don't have that actual body type. We have full figure women now. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that was even a beauty back in the days, and then it got diminished, like in more modern times. But now they have people that look more common and still beautiful and talking about those things. Now they want Victoria's Secret brand to be liberating for women in general and can still feel sexy. So you can change things to be beautiful and sexy at the same time. Same with Rihanna's Fenty Savage line. It's still sexy, but she has all different types of body types. So everyone can feel like, hey, you are marketing to me. I'll go buy your stuff.
Right. You know, and that brings in a good point, and especially because Aziza's in here kind of backing up your point about, you know, Twitch and YouTube never had boundaries and attack their content creators when they get caught. You know, I think that sums up pretty much what we're talking about. Like, there's a thin line between like you letting them do it, and then when it gets PR bad, you're like, yo, we told you. So I think,
but you created it.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying, right? Like there's a thin line, but I think it goes into a bigger conversation. Marcus, you're constantly preaching this, so I'd love for you to add on before we get out of here. I feel like with, you know, while it's a great moment for esports and gaming and in general, I already had an issue 2-3 years ago when ESPN, the now shut down ESPN esports division, came out with the ninja saying he was the best gamer, like he could 100% be the best gamer or whatever. Like anybody who's been a gamer in history is like, I will bust your ass. Like if you're saying like, you know, the best gamer in history, like, and don't get me wrong, Ninja has his credentials. He played Halo on a high level. He did a lot on a high level. So don't get me wrong, like he 100% deserves the respect of, like, you know, you made this streaming career big post being an esports player, because he didn't blow up from being a competitor. He didn't blow up from winning so many games in a row. He didn't blow up from having a broken thumb and still being out on top, right? He blew up from playing with Drake, essentially, right? He built his audience, but the super growth was playing with Drake, right? So ESPN to take a whole chunk out and then make a thing like, you know, with the quote in the book, like I could 100% be the best gamer. It's like you're taking that stuff serious. How serious do you take this industry more than the content creation? Like, how serious do you take it for the stat collection? How serious do you take it for the actual winnings? How serious do you take it for who's going to be the best coming up in this coming year? How serious do you take it? How serious could it be? Right? And Aziza, it's transition's perfect because you run Dynamic Focus, a team. How serious do you take it that she's trying to be the best in New York, then the best on the East Coast, then the best in the country, then the best in the world? Because none of that kind of stuff is what I'm seeing in daily, esports, news anymore. Now it's like content. Now it's it doesn't seem like FaZe Clan was just on the cover of Sports Illustrated, another magazine. Bronny James is up there.
He's
not even professional in basketball yet. And
confusing talent and substance and impact with popularity. That's what esports is doing right now.
Right. It's not right. It's like how are there these really nasty gamers out here who are doing really dope things, like really pushing the skill set to the next level that what we've seen, and it's just being like, whatever, you don't have this many views, whatever, this is LeBron James' son. No disrespect, all love, but like, what? How are you better than? We was just interviewing Bugsy a couple weeks ago. He was the only diamond on Knockout City. The game only been out for like 2 weeks. Shouldn't somebody be looking over there and seeing? Oh, because he doesn't know how to time his tweets for 12 and 3 o'clock. That's going to affect his career and whatever. That's real played out. I don't really like that. Yeah. I really think the culture, that's just my opinion on the culture. We're going to do what we got to do, right? Here at E4L.
I think that's because the culture is based around the money comes from people that don't care, right? So if I'm coming into an industry that I don't really care about, what do I care about? I care about eyeballs. I don't care about best of nothing. So therefore, the people that are popular are going to be the leaders in the industry because
the money
is coming from people. Yeah. I don't care if you're number one on Mortal Kombat 11. Like that means
because they don't make money. It's not. Esports hasn't established itself that it makes money on being the best like other sports.
Right.
So because of that, and I understand it because it's in its infancy right now, right? I mean, esports didn't come about until like the late 80s. Well, no, the late 70s. So the thing about that I would say is a lot of teams, it's their fault right now. So esports is like, to me right now, esports seem like this one PR vehicle. It's not really accentuating these different teams and the players. So when I look at, shouts out to my friend Contraviction, dope content creator. So we was having a chat and we was speaking on esports teams, and she was like, yo, it's kind of messed up that with esports, and she's not in esports, right? She's helping some things with esports, but she's not in it. She's into retro gaming and gaming. That's her content focus. She was like, it's crazy how they don't celebrate the players. Like they don't really put the players on the forefront. We don't know too much about the players. This is somebody from the outside looking in.
Right.
She said they don't talk about the players. They don't celebrate it. They don't do content on the creators. Yet when I look at somebody like the Lakers, for example, I know who each player on that team is, regardless if they are popular or not. Of course, the most popular player on the Lakers is LeBron James, but I do know who Caruso is.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so if you know Caruso and they saying Caruso, and like there's some type of culture, there's something behind it that the team is Laker Nation. Like they built a certain culture around being a Lakers fan. Right. There's no culture built around being let's say, well, there's been culture now with 100 Thieves. There's a culture around 100 Thieves, being a fan of 100 Thieves. But what is the culture behind being a fan of one of the players, though?
Right.
I just don't want to hear about Nade. Of course, we know about him. I'm talking about what is the culture behind each one of their players being represented. You have evil geniuses. What is the culture behind someone who is a genius on that team, like Sonic Fox, not being shown that he's damn near one of the greatest players in esports?
Easily.
Like, where's the culture behind? There's nothing put on the forefront of that showing this player.
And that's
just like how you mentioned Bugsy. I don't know what team he's on. I don't know if he's on a team right now. But that's the thing that I see with these teams. They're promoting more of the team and the merch that they got, and they're not promoting the actual players. They just go pick up a celebrity and be like, boom,
yeah, you're
we
with
cool
us,
because
or-
we
yeah,
got this person.
Yeah.
It's not gonna work.
And it's not setting up for the whole entire ecosystem. And then you're adding, the ironic thing is like, because that's the case and there's way more money in being a content creator, you're then telling the kids to go to like colleges, HBCUs to get a degree, which isn't going to help them learn how to become what you guys are making valuable. Like you're saying, hey, go play for your League of Legends team at Ohio State. And then that will possibly get you into the LCS. But teams that are in the LCS don't pick you off the best player. They pick you off who creates the most content. So you really just went and got a biochem degree and played esports in your free time as an intramural. And that's what we did. And that to me is like, that is obviously what is taking place here, because what you said, Marcus, is brilliant. Like, in fact, you get a gem for that. You get a gem. That was right. It's like, Derek, actually, I kind of gave you a wrong gem, Marcus. I got to take it back, give it to Derek. Derek, it's true. It's the people who are putting money in it don't care. They don't care, and they want to make sure that their friends win, and that's the part that's like kind of tainting it. Like I saw that cover, and like everybody else was hype, and it's cool, but like I feel like everybody on that cover will get clapped by a middle of the road player in whatever game it is they play. Like everybody I've seen on that, everybody, a middle of the road player will wash them, like, and that to me is like, then how are we growing this as a sport? Or how are we growing this as any kind of like athletic competitiveness without the competitiveness? This is like, just get a lot of people to follow you and they'll give you money and we'll give you money and everybody will give you money.
Yeah, it's like a third world country with a dictator that they're able to clear the check for the loan that they got to so-called help their country, but didn't clear the check to help their people at all. They just put that money right in their pocket. Like it's nothing servicing everybody at the same time. It, like I said, it has to start with the teams right now. Right. And it has to start with some type of league to be like, okay, this is because it's generated this much money, we're able to do X, Y, and Z. And now depending on what team is winning, you're gonna want to invest in this team because this team is winning right now. It doesn't matter who wins. You could not have won nothing. But if you are popular with some TikToks and some dope graphics on Photoshop, like, and you got some top streamers on Twitch,
esports
and
player.
One celebrity, you are set.
Esports player.
And it's like, how, like you mentioned, how is that gonna be an official sport to even go in the Olympics? How is that gonna be an official sport to be?
Like how does it work? And I saw it coming. Like I said, the writing was on the wall with that ESPN thing a couple years ago. It's like, damn, y'all not even gonna take a minute. Why you think that? Example is, this is ESPN backed by Disney, and they had to shut that division down. They was like, listen, we can't even make content.
Remember, they didn't want it. Remember, he was like, well,
right.
The CEO at the time was like, I don't see esports as a sport, so why are we talking about this? Then somebody had to tell them like, nah, this is about to be the next thing, boom, 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 created a division didn't last.
So listen, I know you guys are probably like, wow, these guys know so much, these guys and gals know so much about gaming and esports. If you're new to the channel, if you're not, then welcome back, because we love you and we're glad to have you here. We dropped a bunch of gems for you tonight. We do gotta go, but we get some of our information from one source. It's a company called High Point Gamer, and I want to tell you a little bit about it.
High Point Gamer is Central Florida's premier esports consultant for forward-thinking gamers, brands, and organizations. We create customized gaming-centric campaigns, programs, and initiatives to seamlessly support your business goals. Visit highpointgamer.com for more info.
Seamlessly, okay? Seamlessly. So if you want to learn more, visit highpointgamer.com. Proudly sponsoring the stream today. This podcast being brought to you by High Point Gamer, where you can get your esports activations and programs ignited at the highest level, aka High Point Gamer. So make sure you come through. Guys, what do you got going on for the week? Talk to me. We're getting out of here. Let them know.
I'm speaking over at University of Kentucky on Thursday about crypto careers and the importance of diversity and inclusion in gaming. I got another project that I'm not sure I'm cleared by the government to talk about yet, so I might have to talk to you about it next week.
He is John Stewart. He is John Stewart.
Green Lantern. We got that. That's a button. That's a button I will have to add, the Green Lantern John Stewart joint. I got you.
Yep.
What about you, D?
Well, when the grind doesn't stop, we're still trying to make Central Florida the esports destination, man.
Love it.
It's expensive out there in the West.
Yeah, man, and I'm telling you, they keep winning championships in Tampa Bay, so I might as well take a look. I'm looking, and it's only 5. So, God, I hate it. How about you, Ray?
I do speak to a couple of more schools in conjunction with Generation Esports this week, so I can't wait to see the schools that I'm going to speak to, try to help these kids figure out what they would love to do in esports and all the different possibilities except for entertainment. So that's what I got going on so far this week.
That's incredible. I mean, it's about time you start educating them. Lord knows the world needs more red. That's what I say. If you ask me, that's what I'm going to tell you. For me, I'm really excited. Course comes out tomorrow. So if you're ready to learn about
the snippet.
Facebook
We need
ads.
an air horn for that one. Where's the air horn?
Yeah. You know, big deal. We've been working on it for a long time. Really excited to share it with you guys. If you want to learn how to run Facebook ads, YouTube ads, and learn how to close sales via DMs, via emails, via Zoom calls, this course is for you. You know what I'm saying? You know, Marcus can attest. You've seen me do it up close and personal. You know, there's a formula. And once you really get it down and you start getting, you know, enough leads in off of your ads and you start closing enough percentage of them, it's a really good feeling to know, even when you know, life goes like this, right? But when you know, no matter what part of the journey you're at, you know that you have a tool or a skill set that if you tap 7 out of 10 people on the shoulder, they're going to say, well, yes, I could definitely use that. You'll always feel confident. And that's what E for Life is about. And I'm excited to share it with you guys. I can't wait. We got our first free training tomorrow. So I want to give you guys, I'm putting it in the LinkedIn chat, and I'm putting it everywhere else, the link. You guys can register. It's 11 a.m. tomorrow. So hopefully you come through. It's going to be lit.
Pacific time.
Pacific time. Thank you. 11 a.m. Pacific time. Thank you. But yeah, got some gift cards to give away. PlayStation, Amazon, Xbox, Game Pass. Got a bunch of stuff. So make sure you come through. I put the link in the chat for you. So don't act like I didn't. So you didn't get invited. You're invited. 11 a.m. PST.
So Chosen, this is always like a hot topic and a buzzword. So is this a great extra stream of income?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think here's my deal, right? A lot of these coaches and gurus and marketers, they're going to tell you can make a bunch of money on Amazon. A lot of them are going to tell you, you know, this you can make $30,000, $45,000 a month. My best month has been 13 grand. Here's the reality of it. It's what you can make it, but I know that when you have the opportunity, you feel much better about life. If you don't feel like you can do anything but just apply for the next job when maybe you lose a job or a job goes on furlough or whatever. Look at what the pandemic. Nobody knew that was coming, right? Things just happen. If you lose something, but you knew you had a skill that was in high demand, you feel me? High demand. I could walk into any restaurant and ask them, you guys want more customers? And instantly the conversation is, okay, talk to me more. Instantly. There's no place I can't walk into and say, do you want more customers? And when you learn how to run ads and you learn how to, you know, get the right people to the right products, it's just really a game-changing experience. But yeah, you can make a lot of money. Don't get it twisted. A lot of money. But there's a lot of intangibles to making money. You all know that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of intangibles. It's more about you, the person, when it comes to making money. But just as far as the skill goes, man, if you want to reach, I have an image that I'm going to show on the thing tomorrow. I should have brought it up tonight. But a pair of Jordans is like $350. What I know now, like $350 going to ads will make you like $6,800. So, you know what I mean? Like, if you know what you're doing for my product. So, like, if you know what you're doing with your product, you got your margins right. I don't know why you wouldn't want to. People are on Facebook. People are on YouTube, right? When people are on TV, TV ads are the most expensive thing in the world. When
Yep.
people were listening to radio ads were the most expensive thing in the world. We're still in a time where like Facebook ads are still like 80 cents a click, 2 cents a click, and you're just giving them a chance to see your product. You're just giving them a chance. That's all you're doing is showing them your product. And how many people have you shown your product today? And I'll tell you how many sales you had today. See what I'm saying? So it's a good thing. I'm really excited about it. I worked really hard on it. I'm super excited. I'll be sharing a bunch of stuff more in the post. But tomorrow, 11 a.m., the link is in the chat.
11 a.m. 11 a.m. Pacific.
Thank you guys for...
It's 2 p.m. Eastern for those of you.
Yes,
2
2
p.m.
Eastern.
Eastern. 2 p.m. Eastern. I'm so excited about it. You see, look, I'm perspiring. I got hype.
Okay, yeah, we need that link so I could be up in there with my notepad.
I got hype. I got you. I got you. I got you. I
Income.
gave it to you, and you know I'm gonna give it to you one-on-one. I got you. So we good. Yo, thank y'all. See you tomorrow. And see you guys next week. We got a guest, right? Is that right? Or no? We're back again on the Dolo squad mission, which I enjoyed today, by the way. P.S. Are we back on that, Marcus?
I think it's the 4 of us next week, and then we got Keisha Howard is going to be joining us on the 11th.
Okay, so we're 4th of July in it. All right, cool. Let's bring some heat for the 4th of July.
Yeah.
Yo, thank y'all for coming through. As always, it's your squad dropping gems for you. I hope you had a good time tonight. Holla back. Get your dollars back. We'll talk to you soon so we could all eat for life. Later.
Peace.
Peace.